Hello everyone and welcome to this free webinar on how to get started with Aviatize. In this webinar we'll show you the basic functions of Aviatize and also who can use it, what the features are, and I'll also show you a bit about the Aviatize and Aviatize companion difference. So let's jump right into this webinar. First of all, who am I? Who are you listening to? Well, I am Tom and I am the co-founder and CEO of Aviatize. As you can see, I was a pilot in a previous life, and since a few years I'm only focusing my attention to Aviatize. So if you want to reach out to me, there's my email. Don't hesitate if you have any questions. So what are we gonna do today? In this webinar, we are going to talk about what is Aviatize, who can use it, what are some of the features, and of course, as I said, the difference between Aviatize and the companion app. And then I'll jump into the demo of the basic features so you can get started. So first of all, what is Aviatize? Well, Aviatize is the all-in-one software suite for general aviation. By that we mean that we are a complete platform that replaces up to more than 10 general aviation applications. This increases your efficiency, saves a lot of time, saves a lot of money, and also avoids a lot of double work. Aviatize reduces friction in using only one tool that takes care of the administration. So we would like you to fly more, maintain more aircraft, train more students, and we don't expect pilots to be IT specialists. So we want you to focus on the actual flying, and we'll take care of the administration. And we have developed since many years a platform that is very flexible in design and modular in architecture. Means that we can adapt to your reality, so you don't have to change your life to adapt to our software. We can adapt to you, so in order to have a seamless workflow between what you want to do and what you're actually going to do. By this we save time, we increase efficiency, we guarantee compliance, and of course we enhance safety, save money, and ultimately give you peace of mind while you're flying. What are the main functions of Aviatize? Well, we take care of the aircraft management, so we'll take care of your maintenance, of your next steps that you need to take when you want to fly your airplane. We digitize your documentation. We provide qualification control, so you're never going to be surprised anymore that you have some kind of check ride coming up all of a sudden. We take care of the booking and of the flights and the aircraft, so you can plan flights. As I said, we take care of maintenance, forecasting, and planning. For flight schools, we provide pilot training methods. We do real-time compliance, meaning that if you don't have to wait until something is going to expire, we'll tell you right in advance if something is going to be a problem or not. We give you insights and reporting, meaning that you can have a more analytical view of what you're doing when flying. We provide, of course, safety management, member management if you're a flying club, and ultimately also we take care of the payments and cost control in our customer module. These are some of the main functions. There's a lot more. In fact, we have about 60 unique features in the Aviatize products. They are grouped in different blocks, as you can see there, but we'll go over in that a little bit more in detail when I show you the platform. But basically we bring everything together that has to do with taking care of your airplane or taking care of your organization, whether you're a flying club or a flight school. We try to be as intuitive as possible. And as I said before, we want to be fully customizable, configurable, let's say. We are also, of course, a modern platform. That means that we are responsive, that you can use the system on desktop, laptop, tablet and smartphone. A little bit more about that later. And we are actually aviators ourselves, so we take our experience that we gathered in the past, and we put that into our platform. Lastly, we provide turnkey setup. So if you're a more complex organization, feel free to reach out to us and we'll set up the account for you. It's already a little sneak peek of the system itself, because the modules that we just saw in that previous slide, well, they are finding their way into the menu bar, the left menu bar of the platform. And I wanted to show you what each of the icons mean. So on top we see the My Cockpit icon. The My Cockpit is used to have your personal workspace in Aviatize, where you will find your planning, your documents and so on. Each user of the system will have their own cockpit. Below that we'll find the planning, where we'll plan the aircraft, we'll plan people on timelines and so on. Then the organization, where we will find who are the people on your account, who are the which aircraft are on your account, how is your organization built up, are there any departments and so on. Then we'll go to the digital library, where we will be doing the full document control in a digital manner. Then there is customer management, where you can send invoices, quotes, but also find the transactions. If you're flying, for example, with members and they need to pay membership fees, you will find that in customer management. The safety management system, which is ICAO compliant, and you will be able to report occurrences and then manage the possible risks that come out of these reports. Manage companies is a little bit if you have customers yourself that you would like to manage. Not everybody has that, but it's a possibility. Then the training module, that's more for organizations that provide flight training. That can be flight schools or flying clubs, of course. The bulk email feature is a method to send out emails within the application to certain groups in your account. Maintenance is a very big module, where we will set up the maintenance instructions, we'll track ADs, SBs, we will create work orders and so on. Then the compliance module is a module where we can plan and execute audits, but we will also be able to get audits from a third party, for example. The action matrix is a system or a module where you can allocate or assign tasks to people. It can be any task. Then aerodrome management, obviously that's only applicable if you are managing an aerodrome. And lastly, the issues and questions module, where you can get in touch with ourselves. Who can use Aviatize? Well, we built a product that is usable for anyone that only has one aircraft up to complex operators. So people in the following categories can use Aviatize: private aircraft owners, flying clubs, flight schools, FBOs, organizations that provide aircraft rental, maintenance facilities, so maintenance planners, but also maintenance shops, commercial operators. In Europe we talk about AOCs, in the States we talk about Part 135 operators, and lastly aerodromes. If you don't find yourself in this category and you think that you still might benefit from Aviatize, please do not hesitate and reach out to us to see if we can provide a solution for you. So a little bit about the Aviatize and Aviatize companion difference. So the Aviatize system is a web application that can be reached on one.aviatize.com, the URL one.aviatize.com, and then you will get the full package of features that I will show you in a second. But because a lot of people are using smartphones, we tried to get as responsive as possible, but it's not possible for some of the features. So we developed a Aviatize companion, which is a native app that can be downloaded on the App Store or on the Play Store, and it's a free addition to anyone who has an Aviatize account. Basically, you're bringing Aviatize in your pocket. You can log in with the same username and password that you use for the web application. So that's a very handy tool if you're on the line. If you're gonna fly, you can do the basic stuff from Aviatize straight from the smartphone. So with that being said, I would like to go straight into the demo of the basic features of Aviatize, and I'll show you how you can first of all get started. So getting started is fairly easy. This is our website, aviatize.com, and on the top right you have a button called Login. If you click on this one, you'll be taken to the following page. Aviatize sign in or sign up. If you don't have an account yet, you have to click sign up. Otherwise, you can just use your email and your password. So we'll do sign up for the moment. And sign up, you will put in your name like this. I will call this test webinar. There we go. And then the password is something that you need to make quite complex, let's say. It's not case sensitive. There we go. And then we put in also our phone number. We do that because then we can also get some text messages if there is a important message from the system. So then we do sign up. There we go. And then the system asks, okay, who are you? What kind of operator are you? So in this case, I'm just gonna register myself as a pilot who has only myself and a friend of mine who are using the plane. What kind of problems I want to solve with Aviatize? So I want to have less admin. And how did I find out about Aviatize? I saw it on a YouTube channel. By the way, if you come from some of the YouTube channels that work with us and you have received some kind of a discount code, if you click on the link with that discount code, you will go to the same page. We will take care of the discount code in a later phase. At this moment, you will be on the right place. Then, what is the home ICAO? The home ICAO. So this is the place where your aircraft is located. So let's say your aircraft is in New York. Then you type in KJFK, and then we'll do save. Why? You will see why that is important. Then you can select what kind of the features you would like to add on. And for the time being, you can basically select everything as you would like to test. Not a problem. It's a 30-day free trial. Okay, so we would like to, I will just skip this step. If you don't skip it, the system will generate some dummy data, some data that you can have a look, but I know what I'm looking at, of course. Yes, there we go. And then we'll see, we'll refresh this now to make the changes happening. So we'll see now that New York, we have now also the weather for New York there. Okay, we found ourselves into the web application, and we will see here what are the available features to us. As I showed you before, there's many more features. If you would like to have some of the features, again, please reach out to us for us to put it on to activate it. Now, we'll go through the basic steps here so that you can get started and then learn the system as you go along. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add an aircraft. In order to get an aircraft in, we'll go to Organization, then to Aircraft, and then we're gonna click to the right, Add Aircraft. So we're gonna say what kind of model so first of all, we're gonna add a model. So we're gonna say it's a fixed wing aircraft and it's a Piper PA-28, and we're not gonna put a variant, just the Piper Cherokee. When we're gonna save this, then we're gonna say what is the registration or name of this resource. So we're gonna put the registration mark in there. We can add a picture if we would like. You can just click in here and then upload a picture. We're gonna say what is the total time of the aircraft. So something like this. The serial number, if you know it. By the way, if you're going to through the system, anything with a red star, with a red asterisk, you need to fill in. All the rest is optional. Okay, so now we have saved this aircraft, and now we have an aircraft that is in the system. Feel free to browse, of course, all the other things. You can also put other resources in the system, such as meeting rooms or simulators or something like that. For the time being, in the people, I'm the only one in this system. But if you would like to add more people to the system, you can either invite them by sending them and by adding their email and then inviting them, or you can also import users by uploading a CSV file. If you have multiple people and you want to make sure that not everybody can do the same or see the same in the system, you can go and create roles. So at this moment I'm a manager, but if I would like to add people that rent my plane, I can add renters, and in access control I can say who can do what in the system. So that is very handy as well. Now that we have people and aircraft, we're going to add also a document in the system. And for example, I would like to put my pilot license in the system. So there is a few already standard libraries created for us: licenses and qualification, aircraft documents, some customer documents, and safety. If you would like to build more libraries, more categories, you can do that by putting on the, by clicking on the plus and create your own library. You can define who can give, who has access to the library, who can create, edit, and so on. But we'll go into a more in-depth video on documents later on. So for the time being, I'm just going to add my license. So I'm going to click on Add Document, Pilot License. I can put my pilot license number. I can say, okay, this is a pilot license valid from the 1st of April, and it's valid for, let's say, 1 year. There we go. And we can just upload the license. There we go. PPL license. There we go. It's a picture of my license. If I want to have a look at it, there we have the license. Who is the owner of this license? It's myself. And I save the document. For the time being now, we can see now that there is a validity end of the document and that the status is operational. As soon as the license comes within 90 days of expiry, we will get a different status, and we also will get a email. We will get a notification that our license is going to expire in the next 90 days. We will also get this message 30 days before, also 1 week before. Okay, what else would we like to put in as document? We also want to put in the POH of our aircraft. So we're going to add the POH. So we're going to put a manual inside the POH of the PA-28. Also 1st of April. And in this case, I'm not going to put an end date. because it's a document that is only going to be replaced if there's a new revision. Again, we're gonna upload the document. It's a PDF in this case. There we go. And for which aircraft is this applicable? Well, it is for the aircraft that we put in there. There we go. And now that document is in there. I don't think I added the document itself. So if that happens, simply you can go on the document itself, click on the pencil, and then here on upload, you click on that document. Maybe I was a bit too fast. There we go, there it is, and we'll save it. The document itself now is uploaded and is available. Okay, it's turned around, but that you fix like this. And then you can read the document inside the application, or you can also download it and look at it on a different source. Okay, now that we have all of our ingredients, we have people, we have documents, we have airplanes. Now we can also start planning. So we'll go to the planning tab, and we can see that we're the 29th of April. I'm currently in the European time zone, but my home base is New York, and I can start planning. So planning a flight is simply going into the timeline, dragging onto the timeline which time you want to go and fly. So let's say I'm going to do a training flight, or let's take a rental flight. It's very simple. If you want to do different types of flight, you can configure them into the calendar types. In that calendar types you find here, you can make as many types as you want. So you'll have the aircraft, and I will be the pilot. Now, what you will see here is that the system is going to check if everything is okay. Now, we didn't put a lot of we didn't put a lot of data in there. But as soon as you put more data in there, documents that are valid, they will be checked automatically here. And that provides real-time compliance, so you will never have a surprise. So once all that is done, we can book the flight. There we go. And now I can see when I'm going to fly. Of course, you can imagine that if you have multiple aircraft, multiple people, that this planning will fill up quite nicely. And then the next step to do is actually to go and fly. What do we do then? We're gonna check in. And we're gonna make sure that our timer is correct, that our timer of our aircraft is correct. So when we go to the cockpit and we have, like, let's say a hops counter, we're gonna make sure that that is correct. We put in 1, 2, 3, 4 and 36 minutes. Before we're gonna make sure that that is the time that is in there. Now, once we've done that, the system will now track this time all over. So, okay, we check in. That's good, and now we can go fly. After the flight, when we check out, we're gonna say what is the new timer. So the new timer is, maybe imagine that we have flown 1 hour from 14:30 to, and the new counter is 1, 2, 3, 5:36. So we've 1 hour flight time, and we can check out. This is the way that now the logs of the pilot, the logs of possible customers or students, and also the logs of the aircraft are being updated. So if you would like to add more files to the system, such as pictures, such as fuel receipts and so on, you can add them by clicking here and uploading that document here. There is a different video on how to use the Aviatize companion for this, because that's really handy. You can go to a fuel station, you get your fuel receipt, and you automatically scan that fuel receipt, and it's added to this flight. There we go. So this is a very brief and basic introductory webinar on how to use the basic steps of Aviatize. If you have any questions, if you want to report a problem, by the way, you can do that here, or also on the question mark, and you'll get in touch with us. So I thank you very much for your attention. Look forward to seeing on the platform, growing family of users on Aviatize. And again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.